And welcome to another video about Anchor Panic. And in this video we're going to talk about Karanissa. First of all, the gooning aspect of this game is just on another level. And first of all, I need to show you just something. We're going here into illustration. Just a second. Yeah, well, you saw everything. That's crazy, what the heck? Anyways, this is about why she's so broken and OP and why she's a must. No, it's not about her costume, but I should admit, it's OP. Anyways, let's begin. So first of all, we're going to description of her roles and so on. So she's a striker in our case, and she is with the lightning element, focuses on back row. What does it mean? Whenever she's going to do her skills, her attacks, she's going to target the last one opponent in a row, so the last one cell. Overall, about her skills, about her basic attacks, the multipliers, by my feeling, by my understanding, they're just crazy. Yes, it's a single target damage for sure, but there is something special about it. So for the basic attack, it's the lightning damage to a single enemy in the back row equal to 105% and plus 180 attack. Whenever we're going to use her second skill, it deals also lightning damage to a single enemy in the back row equal to 178% of attack plus 400. And when we're talking about the ultimate, it's also a single enemy damage in the back row equals to 315% plus 700 at level 4, as you can see. And for each enemy defeated, increase so energy burst damage by 10% up to maximum 5 stacks. And the numbers, as you can see, as you're going to progress, they're going to increase just drastically. But why is she so broken? So we're going to her talent 1, and when we're going to read it, after defeating a target, triggers energy burst, no cost, on a new target, dealing 60% of the previous skill's damage. Damage reduces by 20% with each subsequent trigger. So each time she is going to trigger this attack, the damage output is going to be reduced, but the energy burst skill, it's exactly this one. You see the numbers, yeah? Can you imagine the rotations? I believe not, really, if you didn't get her, but it just freaking insanity. So yeah, for her, basically many her skills and especially her ultimate is going to be an important one aspect. About the talent 2, for each allied lightning operator on the field, own energy burst damage increased by 8%, and this is going to be unlocked at stage 4. So we need to limit break her, upgrade her, and so on. And if I recall it correctly, just give me a second, when we're going to her skills, talent 1, to get the higher level you need to ascend her. So yeah, it's the topic for whales, or if you want to spend all your resources on her, this is going to be definitely beneficial, but I'm not sure from the perspective of a free-to-play player if it's going to worth it or not really. For me personally, I was lucky enough to get her as a second SSR pool, and I did only 2 multis. So first one I got 1 SSR which was insane. This is another one, actually a good one, and the second one was specifically her. So right now the currency which I'm farming, I'm actually going to use for the sigil to get her weapon. The banners which we have for her, they are limited and is going to work up till September 19th, which is not too long. I believe it's 1 week or something like that. But yeah, for her weapon, this is an important aspect, because basically it's going to increase her lightning damage, which is going to be beneficial, and when attacking primary targets with HP below than 80%, the energy burst damage is increasing by 20%, and when equipped by Karanissa energy burst damage increased by 5% with each release until battle ends, up to 4 stacks, so it's another 20%, which is huge. And this is going to be just the best fit for her. That's why I believe summoning not only for character but after all for her weapon is going to be an important one improvement. But yeah, overall we spoke a little bit about her skills. For the trust level, building it's important. I already mentioned it at the beginner's guide, because basically whenever you're going to get yourself a level, it's going to increase her stats. Her survivability, her damage output is going to be increased. This is an important aspect. And for Sigil, because right now I don't have specifically her weapon, I'm using this one, the Carnival Aqua, which is going to increase our attack by a certain percentage for 2 turns when releasing energy burst. For her I believe it's working, and it's also increasing the base attack, so at the very beginning this might be helpful. Maybe a little bit of a better option is going to be, which one? This one. When self HP is above 80%, the crit rate increased by 15%, but I'm not sure about it, not gonna lie. I need to compare them, to be honest. Now let's do just a small showcase of how she actually works and why is it that OP. So in my case, the team composition, I'm using one support unit, the Breaker, which is going to increase attack of our character. I'm using one defender, which is providing shield to the team. I'm using one character which is going to support our Karanissa with the lightning effect, and she also targeting the last one row, and I'm using the healer just in case. But yeah, overall the one pure DPS. Now it's her turn. I'm going to turn off the auto mode. We're going just to use her skills and charge it until the moment we're going to have the ultimate. So it's going to be done pretty much soon. And I'm going to use here ultimate. I'm not going to use the skill, just not to kill everyone. Here as well, waiting. Now it should be the turn for Karanissa. After their rotation. Using the skill and using the ultimate. Yeah, so it's the full team composition. Now for the sake of trying, just let me go somewhere behind with lower levels, but with the lighting element recommended if I'm going to find such. Here it is, for example. So I'm going to remove everyone else except for supporter, the Breaker I mean, and I'm going to leave Karanissa. Actually, you know what, I'm going to add this one character just to boost our lightning damage overall. Now let's have a look how is it going to be here. Waiting for our turn, and the ultimate is going to be charged. You saw? I just killed the opponent. I didn't even charge the ultimate, but it's still working. Whenever she's going to kill the opponent, She's going to use her ultimate, and can you see this rotation? That's the freaking insanity. So just imagine for a second, for example, if you're lucky enough, or in case if you're spending in this game and you're just maxing her out and you're using the proper team composition with the proper support to her, what kind of madness this is going to be. That's just freaking insane. Anyways, when we're talking about the teams, so obviously using the full lightning team is going to be beneficial, but not DPS units. We're talking here about proper support composition for her. Actually, I got Artisan. I didn't try her out, but as far as I know, she's not so far the best option here overall. In my case, the composition that I'm using right now, flicker, it looks like that. So flicker, in our case, the defender with the quantum element. Yes, it's not the best fit for the lightning element for Karanissa specifically, but overall she provides a lot of shields to the whole team, and the duration is kinda long enough. It helps to survive longer. The shields are kinda decent. I'm using also Straina. She's a healer, not the best one in this game, but she's for free, and why not? She's able to help kinda a lot. I'm using also Ling, as I already mentioned, as an additional support unit for Karanissa, and she's also able to target the back rows, which sometimes is really important because in many cases later on you're going to see such formations which are going to contain such opponents that are going to deal kind of decent damage, and they're located in back rows, so they're targeting them specifically, and this helps to deal with it faster. I'm using also Delling. She's also with the quantum element, and she's a breaker, so she's a pure support debuffer. In our case, she's going to buff all these 3 units. She's going to increase their attack, and she's also going to debuff opponents with their defense, which is helpful with overall the damage output. And obviously Karanissa in somewhat of a safe spot, just to get the least amount of damage and being able to survive as long as needed to finish the whole battle. Overall, about her builds, team composition, at least for now, that's, I believe, it. Alternatively, I'm going to just have a look at the banner, and I'm going to provide some additional information. So when we're talking about Lilira, she's the best healer in this game so far, but again, she's with the quantum element. It is what it is. Echo is going to be a decent one, breaker and support unit specifically for Karanissa, so whenever you're going to have her, for example, and being able to use her, she's going to be a great addition in general for the lightning team, that's for sure. So yeah, I believe that's pretty much it. That's why she is so great and so broken, and whenever you're able to run her properly, she's going to be just a pure destruction of any opponent, even if it's not the recommended one element. That's why she's the best DPS unit in this game. Whenever she's going to kill opponents, she's going just to activate her ultimates. The damage is going to go like insane. With that being said, hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment, what do you think about it, and see you guys in the next one. Take care.